Hello, friends. Today we are going to talk about these two communication boards. You should have received both communication boards in the mail, along with the other visuals that I've already instructed you guys on how to use those. So we're going to go over both of these. These are both very similar core boards. One is a feelings core board, and one is a more general core board with different action words and core words in them. So, what is a core board? A core board is a communication board or communication visual that is meant to help expand language, to model language, and also increase participation in the activities that you are doing with them. So you could use these core boards during instruction. I do them during circle time with you guys. Me and Miss Aga utilize these to model what we're asking of the students, and that is one model of how to do it. You can also use these during meal times, during while you're reading a book, while you are having a snack, or having a play interaction. You can really use these at any time. Okay, so let's see. First, I will go over the feelings one because this one is a lot more straightforward. So I'll go over this one first. So one thing to note when you are using a communication board is you should probably try to get familiar where the icons are placed, but nobody's perfect and I still forget where these are because I use so many visuals, but just kind of getting familiar with where things are so that when you're pointing to them, you'll kind of know, like, oh, this is I, this is feel, this is all done, this is more. So just getting familiar with the core board and trying to speak very slowly and clearly to the student or to your child, whoever you're using the board with. Um, so Yeah, so for the feelings one, you can use this when you're just like generally asking how the student is feeling about anything. I think a great way to model this is by using yourself as an example when you are with your child. So you can say, I feel very happy today. Um, or you can say, I feel excited because I know I'm going to get pizza today and I love pizza. And I also feel hungry, so I'm excited for the pizza because I am hungry. You can also model like every single emotion. You can, I think that these are used best um, for learning when your child is in an okay mood or happy or excited. Because let's say you were feeling really angry and you were feeling upset, and then somebody was just like putting this in your face, like saying like, "Oh, how are you feeling? How are you feeling? Are you mad? Are you upset? Are you sad? I don't know." Like that can be really um, overwhelming for a student. It's overwhelming for me without a visual. So I think practicing this when they are in a good state of mind, if they're feeling happy, and you know that, and you can tell by how they're carrying themselves, that is the best time to use this. And I think once they get used to it, you can um, start to utilize this when they are not feeling so happy. So if they are feeling upset, you can say, Michael, you look like you feel really sad. Or maybe you're feeling frustrated. I'm not sure. Is there any way that I could help you? And then just like modeling, um, pointing to the things that they might be feeling. They might not respond, but just like to model the language, it's a nice way to try to engage them. I've had a lot of students where they come up to me and they're feeling really upset, and I don't know why. You can just tell that they are upset from their body language. And so I'll pull this out and I'll say, Michael, you look like you look upset. How can I help you? How can Ms.Kristine help you? I want to help. How are you feeling? And then just like putting this up to them, and then they can say, like, a lot of them will say, I feel sick. And then that gives me, some a prompt that they don't feel well, so then I can offer them things like an ice pack, or to check their temperature, or to call the nurse, like things like that, where I sometimes think that they're sad, but maybe they're feeling sick, or maybe they're feeling mad, and I don't know how to help. It's easier for me to help them if they're able to utilize this. So I think that is a good way to try to use the feelings core board. So the other board, this one's the more general one. And so this one's a lot more different actions, and I can kind of demo what that might look like. So again, just like look at the board and try to say and model things really slowly. So let's say I'm gonna put this as if a student was here and they were and we were trying to have a snack. Okay. We were trying to have snack. Okay. So I would put the board in front of them like that so that it's facing the student. And I would model some of the things that they might ask for. So let's see. So imagine someone is sitting there and I'm sitting here helping them access a snack. So I can say, what do you want to eat? I have crackers, I have oranges, and then you can kind of like let the student pick. Also, just to be clear, the this is a core board, so this is like core vocabulary words. So these are words that are less likely for the student to use, but are like expanding their vocabulary. So like things like I want, help, eat, drink, stop, finish, more, open, close, play, up, down, in, out are more core words. A lot of the time will have icons and visuals in their PEX boards, on their iPads, of words that are called fringe vocabulary. So those are words that we might use less often but are more motivating to the student. And so that's why we have those visuals. Like it's not very motivating for a student who has language delays, or for a student that is nonverbal to say eat, because for them to say eat or for them to say drink, that is not as clear as them just like giving us the exact item they want. So that's why we use these core words, so that they start to build on their knowledge of these words and start to just connect these words. So let's say they're having a snack and they chose crackers, and so they were like, oh, okay, you want the crackers? You want the crackers? Do you want me to open or close? And then like the first few times you do it, you want to model it for them because they're getting used to it too. So you can just be modeling all of this. And it might sound or feel funny to you, but I promise that as you do this repetitively, it becomes way easier for them and for you. They'll start pointing at stuff. But yeah, at first it's going to be a lot of you just modeling and talking for them. So you can say, oh, you want me to open the crackers. I'll open it, and then you give them some crackers. Say, you look hungry. You are going to eat those crackers. And then they'll eat the crackers. They'll eat the crackers. And then you can say, oh, you finished eating the crackers. Do you want more? Do you want more crackers? And then if they say they want more, you can give them more. If they say that they're finished, or if it looks like they're finished, you can say, oh, you look like you're all done. Are you finished with your crackers? And then if maybe it looks like they want something to drink, or you can say, oh, you look thirsty. Do you want something to drink? Do you want something to drink? And then you can give them water. So sort of like that. I can also demo a quick one about maybe like a play activity. So this is also perfect to do if they're playing with something. So let's say they have this Play-Doh, and you can use it very similarly to like have this closed and say, oh, the Play-Doh is closed. Do you need help? Do you need help? Do you need help to open it? It looks like you need help to open the Play-Doh. I will open the Play-Doh. Open it, and then the kid can play with it. Play with the Play-Doh. And then while they're playing with it, you can kind of you can read how they're playing with it, and like if they're rolling it, you can talk about how they're rolling. You can say, oh, I see that you are playing with the Play-Doh. Wow. Squishing it. Oh, you're picking it up, and now you're smushing it down. You're playing with the Play-Doh. You're playing with the Play-Doh. Wow. And then, yeah, so you can follow their lead with what they're doing. Like you can say, oh, can I have a turn with the Play-Doh? I want a turn. I want a turn. And then you can like take a turn with it, and you can say, wow, I really like this Play-Doh. I like it. This Play-Doh is awesome. Yeah. So that's like a quick one. Yeah, so you can use these core boards for either of those activities. It might be a little more difficult if you're doing this like during a reading activity. If you're like trying to read the book at the same time. So it's easy during snack because usually there's not a lot of things going on during a mealtime, and you can focus on giving more, or like opening the box or closing the box, asking for help, all of those things. So yeah, core boards are just a great way to expand that language, to model language, to have them participate in the activity more. I just want to repeat that it feels really silly to be saying all of these things that might feel really redundant and obvious, but it's not going to be redundant and obvious to them. I want to stress the fact that repetition is really, really important. And the more we repeat these words, the more they'll have it ingrained in their minds, and the more likely they will use these on their own. I think even seeing you guys use these during circle, like you guys are doing a great job um, modeling it to them in circle, even just having these in front of them. Like, even if you weren't just modeling, if you weren't modeling these and you just had these in front of them to have while they were playing, like if you tape these to the desk or tape them to the kitchen table, things like that. Like, I think any type of access the children will have is beneficial for these scoreboards. Yeah, so I think that's everything. Go slow, enunciate, speak loudly, and yeah. Okay, so if you guys have any questions or concerns about these core boards, let me know and I can answer those more individually for you. For now, it is time for me to go. Goodbye, friends.